Hello, hello. Welcome to WIP IT Thursday. So I'm running solo tonight. Some other guys may pop in later, but I got plenty to keep myself busy. I got been working on, of course, my Lore 3.0. I got the cape overlay piece pretty well about where I want it to be. Worked on it on Sunday. I made a styrene structure, sculpted with green stuff, the wrinkles and fabrics in the fabric, lay around the neck. And since you've seen it then, I put some more styrene on the sides and use some Aves Fixit this time and just extend it out to here on the side where it flows down, drapes that way. Then the soft goods cape can glue onto the back of that through here and have a removable cape. Name of Heads here, Ragnar Arts. Happy New Year to you as well. This is the first live stream since the new year, and also I am been working on the legs now too. I painted up the knees, got those attached, dribbled down the inside on the top. Fits good. I actually made the muscles a little bit bigger on the legs. When I was filling the pins, it's like I wanted to look a little more like Hercules legs on the outside, or a little more definition to the thighs. These are longer, but I want that a little more muscle. Because that's going to work out good. And that is backwards. That should be like that. Then I'm getting ready to work on the boots here in a bit. Try to get those assembled. It's coming together. Still got to sculpt the belt buckle piece and stuff around the belt. And we're using like a octagon, one of these little crystal things for the belt. I got for Gold Rush, I got his sword hands, first coat of primer on those. I'm going prepping the body inside before I put them back together. Just plan on airbrushing the rest of the gold on. Did you paint the gray primer, or did you paint it? I use a Mr. Hobby Gray spray primer. It's real thin primer, so it doesn't build up too thick, lose detail or get too thick on the figure. And it works really good. I like it a lot. I am currently out. I got white primer right now, and it's really thin. I need to find some more of the gray primer. I normally pick it up at Hobby Lobby, but their inventory system sucks. They just, when you check stuff out, they just read it as $5.99. They don't scan the barcode. So somebody has to go back there and actually count stuff before they reorder things. So, yeah. But that is looking pretty good there. I did all this work on this area around the belt that may not even show up once the belt's on there. But I'll know it's there. So I could make the belt removable. I'm planning on using, where are you at? This Warpath belt. Could put a magnet in behind the buckle. Small magnet, maybe. I don't know yet. We'll see. Haven't made my mind up yet. So we'll see how it lays. Of course, I may not even not use this. I may end up getting. I do have some of the. Gotta find them. The old Mr. Sinister cape pieces from Toy Biz. I've used those to make belts so many times. I've seen you've been working on this fellow the past few weeks. Coming along, looking excellent so far. Thank you, sir. Now, this is a little passion project here. It's like one of my original characters. So basically, my main character. And actually been writing a comic book story for these characters as well. And this would be my main character. And so I want to get him just right. This is my third version I've made of them, and blows the other versions away. The other ones were almost like test runs to this one. I've actually been defining the character design a little more too as I go along, to the point where I'm really happy with the design. But, it's getting there. All right. Now, before we do once this goes together, it's going to be together. I want to add some gray paint. Before it's hard to get to. Also been working on, I picked up this. Yes, magnets are so handy, like for hitting connections. It should be implemented more often. Been working on this as well, a little side project. I picked up. Took me forever to ever get a decently priced catch my atom DCUC. When I did, I saw why I got a good price on it, because it had chips and nicks all over it. So I ended up masking off the emblem on the chest and respray. It was missing a lot of silver on this leg here, so it was mostly blue down here. So masked everything off, resprayed it. Actually, I didn't like the red they used for the chest. I'm going to just put first coat of red on the chest. I'm going to redo the arms as well, the red on these too. It's ugly muted red. So I'm going to repaint that. Then I'll finally have me, after all that's dried, I'll hit it with some clear, and I'll have a silver Captain Atom. The variant is easy to get. That one, that's hard to get. That goes there. For the legs, these are Thor legs, Venomized Captain Iron knees, and the upper boot pieces are from Rage, and which I got these pieces. They'll go on here, and when it's all, I want to connect these. Hopefully tonight, get around to it tonight, and I'll connect these together. I'll have the boots all done. For the gray I'm using Mr. Color 32 dark gray. I like this shade of gray. King Collector, I use plain rubber bands for belts when I make customs. I got 60 in the bag for $2. I used to use rubber bands a lot too. problem with rubber bands, they work great making harnesses, belts, and stuff like that. But over time, the rubber will break down and get brittle. I've run that in the past. I remember one guy, he made a beautiful King of Fighters Maya custom, and for outfit he used like balloons, red balloon, and it looked gorgeous when he first made it, but over time it just that rubber just disintegrated. Clean off the sanding dust from the legs. Yeah, that's why those Mr. Sinister back in the days, like, why you could never find a Toy Biz Mr. Sinister with a cape. People get those capes and use them for customizing. They're such great fodder pieces for making straps and belts that'll hold up. There he is.
Morning.
Good morning.
You missed me?
Yes.
I'm almost ready. Hang on, I'll be right there.
I told everybody, everyone abandoned me the night. How's Mr. Cannon doing health-wise? Have you heard? I'm going to pretend that you're being rude to me and not away from the camera and not hearing me. Just do a sigh of disappointment. It's like, not this top. Listen, ignoring me while I'm sitting there talking. Most of Hasbro's cape pieces on their Mr. Sinister is solid pieces. So I was thinking the same thing when I first got it. I was like, ooh, people be using those cape pieces, but nah, they kind of pull the rug out from under his feet on that aspect.
It's like the song says, got a long way to go, a short time to get there.
Eastbound and down, trucking. Do what they say can't be done. There's also a variant of the song that's westbound and down. Westbound and up. Westbound and up, I think.
Got some more of this luscious black fabric. I got some more of the lining fabric. This is really good. And I color matched the blues. And you really can't get any closer than that.
For the Mr. Proto's capes.
Yeah.
King Collector said, yeah, they used to use the Toy Biz Sinister straps too. They were perfect, but when I used rubber coat to rub them down with super glue, and then they held up pretty good for me. Well, that would definitely work, as long as you're strengthen them up. Actually order up another jar of this number 32 dark gray. It shipped today from I shipped my paint.
I shipped my paint. Shipped my drawers. I shipped my bed.
The overlay piece is looking pretty good. I add it to the sides. Snaps on nice. I've been doing some sanding on it, getting it smooth, defining the wrinkles a little bit better.
Oh yeah, it's gonna.
Someone was asking how I was getting green stuff to how I can sculpt with that stuff, and not stick to everything. This is a must if you're using green stuff. Epoxy, Green Stuff World, Sculptor Vaseline. You dip your tools in it, or you just never get the it's very difficult to work with without that stuff. The difference between green stuff and something like Aves, big difference in that. It's like work times and how closely you work with stuff. Aves, well, you got different of Aves. You got Epoxy Sculpt, which is this stuff, and you can get some really good detail. Work with the Aves Epoxy Sculpt. But once you mix it up, you gotta let it sit for about 30 minutes to an hour before you can really work with it. It's really soft and squishy when you first mix it, so you gotta let it start to cure a little bit before you can start using it. But you can use like water and stuff instead of like a sculpting Vaseline. You can use water, or you can actually use the sculpting Vaseline on this stuff too. But this, you can do some beautiful sculptures with this stuff, but basically the work time on it, and this is a harder material too. Once it sets up, it's more firm or rigid, while the green stuff will stay like have flex to it. I made this probably a year ago. It's been sitting here. It's like a vein from a press mold off the Hulk's chest. I can turn this inside out after it's set that long. It's soft and flexible. Now, this is Epoxy Sculpt. That is hard and rigid. It is. You do have, when you use this, you do have a longer work time than, say, the other Aves I use. I use this probably more than anything. Aves Fixit. I've had this forever. I've had this same 3 pounds of, like 1.5 pounds and 1.5 pounds the other, part A and part B. I've had the same since I've started customizing, this is the same Fixit I've been using since the day one I started customizing. And the only thing you have to do with this is the hardener. I add a little bit of water to this every now and then. You can see it gets a little bit yellow. That don't really matter. But it will get dry out sometime a little bit, and then you just add some water to it, and it revitalizes it. Same with this stuff here with the hardener on it. The hardener on it does it seems like quicker than this stuff. This stuff I only have to do it every so often. The epoxy sculpt, I have to add water to the hardener more often. Green stuff, never have to mess. It's loose on roll like this, and I always cut out the centerpiece when I use green stuff, because where they're touching, it's already kind of solidified, hardened. So you need to cut that section out before you mix it. But hopefully that rambling was something coherent in there.
Incoherent rambling is only the best kind of rambling.
A lot of people use the green stuff to make sculpt hair because it's flexible.
Maybe you should give it to Cannon. You know how much he likes doing hair.
Yeah. And with the Fixit sculpt, you can't do really fine detail sculpting with this stuff as much as you can with Aves or the green stuff. But if you're wanting to basically like sculpt, I don't know, like something smooth like this, armor-wise, or like hard to, this I used Fixit. And it's great for, like, you can just once you put it on there, you take some water, smooth it out. When it sits up, it sands really nice, sand it smooth. Now the collar, that's what I use the epoxy sculpt to make. It's a little more firm and dry use. Once it sit for mix it up, let it sit for almost an hour. Then I was able to basically flatten it out, cut it to shape, then start adding the collar piece around the neck. That was done with Epoxy Sculpt. There's styrene here as well, which the edges here are styrene. I love using styrene if you want a nice clean edge to your sculpt and place to stop to, then basically just when I put my epoxy on, I can just push to that styrene and you got a nice crisp edge. Yeah, Fixit is super strong when it sets to. It's like a rock. I mean, literal rock. One of the original uses for Fixit is taxidermy. Oh, the base body is a warpath that I shortened the neck down on. I cut it across the top, took out the material, got the portions down instead of the really long giraffe neck that the warpath usually has. So I got rid of that. And take all this off. I made it more human proportion. Warpath is meant to be used for shoulder pads. It is a weird looking torso without cutting down the neck, the traps area. They got one somewhere here. Yeah. With the back, I need the front. That'd be like see how much farther that neck goes up in comparison. I cut a lot of material out, resculpted the top of the neck, and I resculpted the armor pieces. The head is a mixture of a DC Direct New Krypton Superman head, and the hair is from Peter Parker, Marvel Legends. I made a push mold of the hair and used Epoxy Sculpt if the camera will focus. There it is. So doing this was one of the things that made me believe, glasses and different hairstyle does make the head look a lot different. Let's see, Jacob. Yeah, Superman head here somewhere. They're probably blown out in the camera, but started out as this. Got rid of the cliff in the chin. Shaved down the hair, changed the hairstyle. But that's the head I use as the base. And worked out pretty good. I'm using these arms.
This Luke Cage.
Yes.
Does he share a buck with anybody?
He is a unique buck. They have not reused that body yet.
He is unique.
Yeah.
Is in unique up on him, huh?
Mm-hmm. Do you have a go-to styrene? Where do you get it? It looks pretty clean. Styrene is getting to be a thing of the past. You can find it. Well, I usually buy it off eBay anymore. That's about the only place I can find the sizes I use. I really use really fine, small sizes. And eBay vendors, like hobby stores online, that's about the only place I can find anymore. You can find the sheets and tubing at like Hobby Lobby and other hobby stores, but you can't find the really thin stuff anymore. I use either Evergreen or Plastistruck. I think Plastistruck doesn't exist anymore, so what you buy out there is what's left. Yeah, DC Direct had some great sculpts. They hold up to this day. Yes, sir. They had some of the best head sculpts. Most of my the bodies weren't the best because they were basically statues, or like 5 POA stuff. So I would end up getting the DC Direct stuff cheap. You used to be able to get those on the secondary market cheap, and I take the heads and put them on DC UC figures. When I look up styrene, it's like $10 for 10 piddly little thin pieces. I never get it. It's best if you're going to buy styrene to buy a lot, because the shipping costs more than the styrene. I was looking up or almost as much as styrene on eBay is like a minimum's like $5 shipping on a $6 pack of styrene. So you're paying over $10 for a single pack. But if you find a vendor that's got several different sizes, you can at least take a little bit of the sting out if you're buying a lot of it. You're not paying multiple shipping charges. All right. I think I dropped all my knives. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. My joints.
Joints feel abused. They just gonna get up and leave.
What? All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I just want to start working on the boots. The boots. I need to heat up some parts. Yeah.
Talking about how much you like sculpting.
Yes, I like sculpting. Sculpting's fun.
That's what I said.
The honest thing that stinks about sculpting is you can only do so much at a time, and you got to stop, let it cure before you can keep continue working on what you're working on. Let what you did dry and sand, and add more. It's like the collar piece around on lower, it took several sculpting sessions to get that just right.
Are you drying something? Or are you trying to pull something apart?
What?
Are you drying something or trying to take something apart?
Put something together.
Dang it, Bobby. Got any plans for the weekend? Outside of Sunday, I suppose.
Thunder, 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 thunder.
What?
What? Who? Do 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 do. I don't know. There we go. Got the left leg. Right leg. No more noise. All right.
Hmm.
This will be this boot.
All right, you insufferable jackass.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
I moved the sleeve a little bit to the left, and it came out perfect on the other side, and this one's perfect on this side, and it's a little bit jackass.
Ooh, that was close. I thought I'd back myself out of the stream. I picked up the mouse, I hit that back button. George, how you doing? Finally ordered the KO Hulk figure. It's the anniversary. It's the anniversary with the big lips. Want to find someone who can scan and enlarge Toy Biz face-off head. I got. There is a way to enlarge castings too. That's the way I got it. Guy was actually enlarging. I got my original ones from. Actually, I got them from a friend. He ordered them off the dude that's doing the enlargings. Brian Sons, I think, was doing it. And I don't think he's done anymore, but you can use different methods to enlarge castings. Like when you're mixing your silicone, you can, if you shrink a casting, you can actually mix mineral spirits with your silicone, and when it sets for a while, the mineral spirits will evaporate and shrink the mold. Same way, if you can enlarge stuff, the same way by soaking it in mineral spirits.
Oh, easy.
Which is a little more difficult. It needs to grow evenly. There's also materials you can actually cast in too that grow. Then you make a casting off the larger piece. Let's start with this one. And I want to make sure the swivel stays functional. Oh, I know someone who makes scans on Instagram, Dravenheart, and besides, I ordered the Face-Off Hulk a long time ago for 50-ish. Sculpt-wise, Face-Off Hulk, beautiful figure. Just this Haiti doesn't have any torso articulation. I wish he was bigger and his arms were bigger. Face-Off Hulk is just such a great looking sculpt.
Hang on.
Sector 2813 says Face-Off looks like the Hulk from Spider-Man and Amazing Friends cartoon. Super dope head on it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite head sculpts for the Hulk. For a Savage Hulk, you can't get no better than that head sculpt. All right, we got the working boot cut.
Sorry. I know I'm quiet, but I got the focus.
Focus?
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses on, so everything's out of focus. What are you talking about?
Trying desperately hard. Oh shit! Not to fuck this up.
Oh, messaged 5K Toys. I saw someone else have an issue with their Adam Strong figures, like on the bicep. No, what's the bicep? The elbow joint broke. It was stuck and it broke. And they on Instagram they said that they contacted 5K and they contacted Muff Toys and got a replacement part. So I did that.
Heard anything back?
I just did it today, so I haven't heard anything yet. be great when just get a replacement arm, because I've tried using O-ring and it's just there's the peg is it's so tiny.
Good. Looks good. It looks good. Thank you.
Desker says my item, the feet won't stay on my item; they fall off all the way too easily. Yeah, one of the feet are like that on mine too. Like the peg just is not glued in. The other one is.
Exactly how this one is. One peg's glued in, the other peg's not.
Jeffrey's asking, has anybody seen the Creature Commando show on Max? I have.
Spoiler alert, he hates it.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's shows he doesn't know anything about the characters. He especially ruined Frankenstein.
It's not retelling him the books he knows, so he's upset.
It's not even that. It's like the characters are completely wrong. And he wants to do all these meta, like stupid, snarky comedy and stuff. I don't want a genre that basically makes fun of itself. Or makes fun of the medium they're in.
Oh. So much better this time.
Is it?
Very good. Hella long. That's fine. That's just prime.
I wonder how he's doing. Gary Chalks, I think he's report was he had cancer.
So, armies out of the way.
What?
Who's that? So this on here. Oh, that's not good. It's a bad decision on my part. I'm very pleased with myself.
Okay, that looks good.
I gotta get this done before Saturday. It's what I was wanting to showcase on my Instagram.
Okay.
Oh, dang it. My brother-in-law just sent me a text. I hope I'm not in trouble.
Solid.
I think I need to go get some social lubricant.
Jeff Victoria's, what body can I use for a heat wave from DC Comics and Marvel Legends scale? I was thinking maybe Dormammu figure from Bring the Villains Wave. That's good, like for jumpsuit, those are good as bodies. You got that same, I don't know what Heatwave's colors colors are right off. You also got the Red Skull, it's on the same body. And except for the torso, most of that is also the West Coast Avengers Hank Pym.
If you need a Red Skull, I might have one for you. I've been on the fence about that one. He's not really a skeleton, is he?
No. He's just
is he any more or less of a skeleton than Skeletor?
Less, because he still has flesh on his head. Skeletor's head is actually a skeleton head floating above his body. Red Skull's just got a jacked up face from the bad super soldier formula.
It's like he's playing an instrument, guys. He's trying to play us his song of his people.
Yes.
I'm gonna let that dry for a few little minutes. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'll be right back.
got cracked. All right, it's back. Do 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 do.
Still grinding away at it, huh?
Yep.
I got my tasty black milk. Well, you don't think it's tasty?
I went, not greedy. I'm greedy. I do not partake into the libations.
Whoa. It's black milk. It's not adult beverage.
That don't sound convincing.
I wouldn't dare do such a thing while streaming.
What? Of course not.
Oh, shit, dude. It's like drinking 2% milk. Because it is 2% black milk.
It comes from black cows, right? It's like strawberry milk comes from strawberry cows, from strawberries. It's vegan because it comes from strawberries.
Sure. Hell, I like it.
I always find it funny when people watch all these TV shows and stuff like that, and they think you can actually go cow tipping.
Yeah, that's not
It's not a thing. One, cows weigh 1,500 pounds. Two, they sleep laying down. It's not a thing. It's like going on a snipe hunt. There's no such thing as snipes. I've had people try to lie to me and say, "Oh yeah, I've been cow tipping." Like, sure you have. You're what, $150? And that cow's 1,500 pounds.
I'm sure you were pushing it over.
Yeah. And if it's standing, it's awake. I like it. One was it. Somebody had a sign up like don't cross the field unless you can do it in less than 10 seconds.
Because the bull can get there in 9.
Yeah. Bucks Cannons, when did you schedule a live stream? Today? Earlier this morning?
Yeah. It can be like that sometimes. It's surprise!
Surprise, surprise! Surprise, surprise!
I was thinking more like Dokes. Surprise, motherfucker. All rise.
Super size. Motherfucker. People are like, I found the original source of that. It's like, yeah, Dexter. How do you not know that's not the source?
Yeah. Oh, although, to be fair, my 25-year-old niece was on where she's like, is Dexter a good show? I'm like, yes, absolutely. Very good show. Well worth your time. Please watch it.
I found myself when Dexter was very popular at the time too. When people get on my nerves and like I'd start whistling the theme.
Oh boy. Let's see how we did.
Buckskin says he already got 2 hours sleep last night. The puppy was on a tear for some reason. I feel you, brother. I feel you. Mine's 6 months old now, and she is non-stop.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
She's a. We've been trying to figure out the mom was a golden doodle, and supposedly the daddy was a boxer, but I don't believe that one bit. I think the daddy was a lab pit mix, because she looks just like a lab, but she's got jaws like a pit bull.
Jaws.
When she closes her mouth so hard, so fast and hard, it actually makes snapping noises. And she'll lock down too. Surprise.
Oh. Look, I don't want to do that. Fuck it. You stood there.
Like I said, most times she's fine at night, but last night she was just barking and yapping all night till 5 a.m.
When do you go back to work? You already back to work?
Me?
No.
Kenan?
Yeah.
I go back Monday.
Monday. I went back. Actually, I never stopped going to work. I still have to work on the holidays. I just get paid a lot of money to work on the holidays. Something like 50 something an hour.
Dude, nice.
Yeah. I work.
But remember.
It's rare that I miss a holiday.
But remember, though, you're on a thin budget this year because you got to do the thing.
I'm not buying as many toys. The toy budget is small.
You told me to remind you.
Keep reminding me. It's tough. I went in and tried to clean out some of them pre-orders. I was like, oh no, I need to keep that one. Oh, no, I need to keep that one. I gotta have that one for those bucks. Gotta do those bucks. I can't. I don't need that Godzilla, but it's not coming till August, so.
Shouldn't be that bad, yeah.
Yeah, surely I got enough time to worry about something in August. Come on.
Yeah. But you're on a tight budget.
Tight budget.
Surprise. Pre-orders are just like that. Surprise.
They can sneak up on you.
It's like, oh, you weren't expecting this to another 3 months? Surprise.
Hasbro's really bad about that shit.
Yep.
Did you kickstart that thing yesterday?
The what thing?
I'll take that as a no.
The vampires?
Vampires? Yeah. They have vampires. I think the base is a vampire. I got the Wendigo.
They look good. The base bodies actually kind of looks like a.
Yeah, I was showing it to my niece, and I was like, it's like, take your pick of what version of that bug body you want.
Cannon said he went back to work this morning. Morning.
I'm glad he's feeling better.
Yep. Watch out for them chairs, though. They could attack at any time.
God damn. The sympathy stream.
I stopped by the office today just to use the printer.
Man, during COVID, we had these guys that were in fear of their life.
Mm-hmm.
So the government allowed them to, until it was over, they were allowed to not necessarily work from home, but just sit at home and do nothing. While they didn't earn any leave during this whole process, they also didn't have to come to work. And this one guy kept coming to work to quote unquote check his emails. I told him, I was like, man, if this guy did not have to come to work, and when he came to work, he wouldn't work, he'd just come to check his emails, I said, I'd probably beat him with a rubber hose. Because you need like 5 people for that position, and they only had 1 because the other ones were on that administrative leave, whatever. Yeah, I've been hot, man. You come in once a week just to fuck off at your desk. I'll be pissed.
Oh. I could go into work right now too. If it's a good time to actually. Today and tomorrow is like when the university opened back up, so it's a good time to actually be there because there's no students there. Nobody's actually doing really work. You're just basically kind of loafing and getting paid for it. But I have plenty of leave, so I'd rather just not be there.
Yeah, luckily I got all my leave took care of before the before
4 times.
Because you have until the 11th to get it done. But I went ahead and got it done. But that just means it starts all the way over. I have another.
I can only carry over so much, so I gotta use it or lose it.
Yeah, that's my situation. I have to use it or lose it. I got it. I did get it all used up, but starting on the 11th, I have another 158 hours I have to burn before the end of the year.
Yeah, I can only carry over, I think, like 320 some hours. The longer you're there, the more you get to carry over. I got hired in right when they quit doing the getting paid for your so much leave when you retire.
Oh yeah.
Lady that was working when she retired a few years back, and there's a cap how much they'll pay you. So she took like 2 months off or something like that before she retired, and cashed out the rest of it.
Yeah, the sick leave you can just dump into your retirement. So if you have like 3,000 hours, you can just add that to your retirement. But the leave, not so much. They'll cash out, I think, 200 or 240 hours, but you have to burn all the rest of it.
Yeah, I'm not on that system. I got there after the words when they quit doing that. And I've been working at my job for how many years?
Long enough. Yeah, I've only been here for 5 years. I'll hit my 6th year this year, November-ish area.
18 years.
But they look at my Army time as well, so when I arrived, I had 6 years on the job, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So 12 years in, I'll start earning the big leave in 3 years. 8 hours or 8 hours every pay period.
September was basically like how long? 18 years I've been working for where I'm at, but that was I was part time for a few months before I went full time, so they don't count those. So this year now, I guess this month is 18. January be 18 years. Still don't get a free parking pass. You gotta be, I think, well over, 30 years to get a free parking pass.
The fuck? You have to pay for parking?
Yes.
Here I am complaining about not being able to park outside my building.
Well, where my current office is, I don't have to pay for parking, which is great. And I would gladly just stay right where I'm at. I don't want to go to move the campus. They act like, oh, it's prestigious to be have a campus office.
Is it?
Nah. It's a pay cut to go to off campus because parking's very expensive too. It's like $400 a year, and it's shitty parking.
Shitty walk.
Shitty walk. I had Chinese food today.
I did not. I had pizza. Papa John's time. Not the best, certainly not the worst.
Domino's changed their recipe. I can't eat their pizza anymore. It's like, why change like something that was good? Now you have pizza that makes me physically sick when I eat it now.
It's a cosmetic stitch I'm doing right now, but it doesn't seem to really like it. Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Nope. We'll be fine. Worst things have happened. Color me up.
That looks good. Get the boot connected up together.
Uh-oh.
Pinholes filled in. I can now. Hello, sheet work.
I think I'm gonna have to back that off.
Back that off, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, I cut you. Uh-oh.
Go down a little bit.
Goodness. What's all this? No words.
Let's go. What?
I sent my mama, my mother-in-law, a terrible joke thing. She's like, no words. I'm gonna need a little more light. I can't see the black on black on black. I need, thank you. Excuse me.
You were dropped on the head as a child.
Maybe I can just pull this string out. What do you think? That'll do what I want it to do.
Yes.
Wrong. Maybe I can just pull this string out and it'll do what I want it to do.
That's what I meant.
Oh, maybe. That felt right. Yep, we're good. Good job, Ryan. Right there.
Yeah. See, you should pull that one I meant the first time.
Good. Well, they're black string, right? So they all look alike. I understand. It's not like I say cut the red wire with my hands on the blue. Nice. Good job. Glad to be a part of the process. Yeah, my black milk is 14% cocoa by volume.
And the reason why I stopped by the office today too is I needed to print off a shipping label because my printer quit working at home, and since I was already in town, I had a dental appointment for cleaning. Those things are like, you gotta get those 6 months in advance, so I'm not going to cancel that thing. Live in a college town, and it's hard to get those type of appointments.
I don't know. I live really close to a college as well. A little one called Pennsylvania State.
Mm-hmm.
I live, in the candy bar. But, I don't know. It's not an atypical college town. It's not like anything that any of the other college towns I've ever been to. This one's pretty unlike those.
Well, of course they don't care about dental hygiene. They're eating candy bars all the time.
I mean, I didn't even know it was an Ivy League school until I was looking it up for my daughter. I was like, oh shit, look at that.
We're fancier than we thought we were.
But, Pennsylvania's an old state, been here forever.
Mine too. Some might say mine was part of the original 13 colonies.
You got that age envy. Ow. Try not to stab yourself with your scissors, boys and girls.
That's a good tip. Especially with the tip.
Good tip, that's right. Good tip for the tip. Top Gear, top tip. I've been doing this for almost 7 years and I've never sewn my finger, so I hear about that shit happening all the time, though. It crosses my brain every time I go start sewing. Maybe that's why it's never happened. Maybe. Just maybe.
Expect you to die, Mr. Bond. Alpha Proto says Happy New Year.
Is that? Are we in the new year?
New Year, same old crotchety me. Get off my lawn. Back in my day, that's how it was, and we liked it.
Not terribly untrue. That was how it is, and then we did like it.
Yep.
That's all we knew, though. Didn't know any better.
And I still like it that way.
Where's my little prod of my finger thing at? I got a prod a finger thing.
That's very descriptive.
The general manager put the thing over into place.
Yeah. Why are you sitting here and doing nothing when you can be doing the thing? But I am doing the thing. I'm watching for customers.
What are we doing here? Good job, good job, good job. Keep going. Keep going. Good job. Daddy loves you. Oh. Come on. Don't rip, don't tear. Just do the thing. Come on, good job. Good job. I think I got to get this one a little bit more.
A little bit more.
It's kind of a stretchy fabric, so it should let me have a little bit more, but it's fighting me here. Maybe I didn't cut enough relief. Maybe I just need to get a little Sharpie piece of sharp and dig it out. Do that.
Just making sure they're level. All right, we got the boots together. Pins filled in.
All right, we're good.
Thighs resculpted.
Good. I am not sure that I am going to sew the whole thing, but we're definitely going to sew this thing. Maybe I should glue it down like I did all the others first. Definitely safer that way. I'm pretty excited to get it back on him. I need to put the wire in it. Can't forget that. Black on black, please. Hey, you know what?
What's that?
I could glue it in place.
You thought about gluing it in place?
Yeah. Could glue it in place. I can glue the wire in place. I'm gonna use this snazzy special wire for it. I have very, very, very little of it. Just gotta straighten it out. Good. Where's that money? The sun is in bed. As I hear him downstairs talking.
I don't think he's in bed then.
Yeah. Blue. So glue it down. But the seam that I make would have to be larger than the wire. But it should be fine because the glue will hold the pleather in place, right? Right.
Why do you keep unplugging my Christmas tree?
So we don't burn the house down?
There's a light switch to that outlet on the bottom.
Yeah, Don.
Well, it can't be perfect all the time. It will be perfect some of the time.
Oh,
All the time. Well, that's fine. It's a Christmas tree. It's alive. My love is a lot like that Christmas tree.
an asshole?
Keep it watered and nice. Pay attention to it and everything's fine, but leave them Christmas lights on and forget about it. Burn your house down.
The lies coming out of your mouth right now. Woo.
It's probably the chocolate milk talking.
Yeah. That's some strong cocoa.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I have enough wire?
Do we all have enough wire?
I own enough wire, but I want to use the special good wire. I think it might be perfect, the exact perfect amount. I got all day tomorrow to work on this too, right? I tend to work on a certain yellow and blue cape tomorrow, though.
Yellow and blue cape.
Yeah, maybe really hammer them out on Sunday, since it's gonna snow a lot on Monday, and I might have to call in sick, so I don't have to drive my poor blue car to work. I can't be perfect all the time.
Just 99.9% of the time.
Nobody wants to see Blue get hurt. Nobody wants to see Scoot get stuck in the snow somewhere. I have a sign right here that says "I love you, my wife," just to remind me all the time. Keep me abreast of the situation, you know? All right, Mr. Beacon. Not sponsored, but please give us a call.
I never did contact that month back about the thing. Like,
I mean, ultimately, it's.
I don't like the whole concept of giving over them access to all my socials.
Yeah, like everything. It's kind
Yeah.
It's kind of iffy.
Yep.
Let them have full run is. I don't know. I don't think they would harm your channel, but
yeah,
I don't know about giving up full anonymity, full autonomy on it though.
It's like
but allowing someone to do stuff on your behalf without asking your permission first is whack.
Yeah. Plus, too, like having all these accounts too are connected to you because we're my identity stuff too. So no. Because YouTube needs all that stuff for the pay me. What little I get from YouTube, but still.
Yeah, when I created my YouTube account is when the internet was young, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't nowhere near as dangerous as it is now. It was just a bunch of nerds.
I resemble that remark.
I'm absolutely a nerd. I'm in here sewing clothes for action figures.
You're making doll clothes.
What part of this isn't nerd?
Nerd. I'm sculpting the hand guard on a little tiny hand action figure, and teach people how to do it.
Yeah. What are we talking about here? Goodness. I got all these toys. I got Dragon Ball Z toys, skeletons,
Mm-hmm.
glow in the dark ghost thing over there because it's cool. Lord. Of course I'm a nerd. Perfectly okay.
Yeah. That's the way it is, and we like it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Trying to match up the back of the handguard on the, what you call it, Captain Britain. On the grip hand.
Like you ain't a nerd. What? Tell me again. What do you do for a living?
Born and bred?
I know your daddy.
Yeah.
The biggest nerd I'm aware of.
Didn't get it from mom.
No, her mom's a hippie.
Yeah, she is.
I wonder how them two hooked up, man. Two completely different walks of life.
He was more of a hippie when he was young.
Yeah, I think so. He's awful.
Well, yeah, he ain't more. Well, I mean, he still smokes. You know. He's got hippie tendencies.
He's got a lot of medical problems too, so good on him.
He gets here Sunday.
I didn't even know it was coming.
Yeah.
What the?
It works. I like it. clay's starting to get dry.
Sorry, I'm still arguing with the wife. Hang on.
Okay.
She's adamant though. Don't forget about the pie.
I'm
I'm like, that's the least of our worries. Me forgetting about the pie. Jesus. Not gonna forget about her birthday either. Right, moving. We don't forget about the most important days of our lives. Oh, it's at Sam's therapy appointment. Forget about that shit though. Get married, they said. Have kids, they said. It's great. I don't know what I'd do without my wife. I love her to death. Be lost without her.
Not
She's the
me,
best.
Instead of staring at the shelves, since it's empty, Gary's now in the shelves.
I don't know. Maybe like the spiders inhabit that shelf or something. There's got to be something going on with it.
He's in love with that shelf.
I have no less than what's 6 times 8? I have a whole bunch of shelves in that room, and he is obsessed with just that one. And now that I have lights in them all, he's really obsessed with it. Get a cat, they said.
Clay is just too dry right now. I can't do it. I'm trying to. You guys, shorter work time with the Aves Fixit. Once it starts getting dry, you can't really do too much with it. Won't stick to the hand. All that time sculpting was wasted for naught.
It wasn't wasted. You got some practice in.
I got one hand done. And I'll be right back.
I'll be right here. Entertaining. Although what I'm doing is not on stream. I'm gluing down the pleather because it like worst thing about this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Jesus. You're such a mess. Why are you like this? Oh, I got it on my hand. Oh, you guys pray for me, okay? 99 problems. Throw some more glue on there. See, I have to glue this down because it like bubbles up on the seam, right? I can usually just sew it down, and that's my opus mirandi. That's what I prefer to do. However, I have to sew a wire into it, right? The wire is going to have a little bit of thickness involved. It's not going to allow me to sew it right at the seam as I would need to. So sewing it right at the seam not being possible, we are going to have to glue it down so that it's not Puffy McPuff face, and then sew it at a regular 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch to accommodate the wire. However, it's layered, right? I have an inner and an outer, so that what was I saying? Inner and outer, so I can glue the inner aka outer layer down, and then sew the wire into the liner of it. Excuse me, and everybody's happy. Happy.
I don't have any chocolate milk, so I can't be too happy as some.
It is some dope ass strong chocolate milk, I assure you.
Here's a question for you. I retro. Where do you get the templates? I want to make a wrestler shirt. I hate to deconstruct one to trace a template.
What?
He's asking where do you get your templates for make your soft goods, and he said he would hate to deconstruct one to trace a template.
All my soft goods are designed and patterned by me. I don't get any templates from anywhere. I get ideas or I use things as inspiration, but everything that I make is my own. I stole something from GPS Lots, but in the process of getting it to where it needs to be, I have altered it so much so that it is not even the same thing anymore. The only thing they have in common is that they're coats. I never templated anything, so I never got in the habit of it. There ain't nothing wrong. I can give you, if you send me a message so that I know where you are, I can send you a couple of videos to show you how to make templates and stuff. Really
retro. Don's contact information is down in the description below. Yeah, a link to his Instagram.
Instagram here on Discord, in our Discord. I'm on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you like, baby.
And if you use Discord, feel free to join. It's where we talk about customizing stuff offline and other geeky culture stuff.
We was talking about how to cook steak the other day.
Oh yeah, I missed that one.
No, I'm playing. But I can tell you how to cook a steak. 3 minutes each side. Cast iron skillet. Medium heat.
That's similar to what I do on the grill.
Was it 2 minutes on each side? How rare you like that thing?
3 minutes on each side. I'll leave that on the grill. Depending on the thickness. If it's a thick steak, 4 minutes. I just watch it, make sure. I like my steaks around medium.
That's what I always tell the white waitress anyway. It really hurts my feelings that you can't go to the grocery store and just buy a steak and cook it at home for less than Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, the steaks has gotten crazy expensive.
Maybe once Roadhouse ups their prices.
Roadhouse.
we'll be back down to cooking steaks at home. But
Roadhouse. I used to catch steak. Food Line used to do good deals on the steaks, but they haven't done it in a while. I like a good ribeye.
yeah, bone-in ribeye. That's my go-to.
I like to get a tomahawk sometime. I never had a tomahawk steak yet.
Look at that. They're normal.
They are. That's nice.
I haven't got that final seam on it yet, but and the sleeves are too long. I still have to fix that.
It's great.
Oh, we're getting there. Going ever closer. I need to pull my hair back. Hang on.
Alpha Proto is green stuff is flexible. What kind of paint do you use on that for the crack?
Right. To an extent, more so than like Aves Fixit, right?
Yes. And depends how much ratio you mix the green stuff together, the blue and yellow together. It can be more flexible.
What is the like bendy sculpt stuff?
Usually it's how you mix the green stuff together. If you mix less hardener into it, it'll stay more flexible, and you can actually put a wire inside of it. Green stuff flexible. What kind of paint would you use for it not to crack? I'd try with the Mr. Color lacquer. I've had good luck out of that stuff.
Mr. Color lacquer. I like Mr. Hobby, Mr. Series.
They're
quality stuff.
They're my go-to paints right now since we don't have testers anymore, other than those paint sets for the small bottles. We don't have you don't have the color selection like you did when you had Mono Masters.
Bro, I like this cape, this coat.
I was wondering, I looked up and so you were holding a coat. I was like, why do you keep saying cape?
I'm almost done with my chalky milk.
Too much cocoa.
Too much cocoa. Let me throw the wire in the tippy top of the coat here and sew that down. And then we can. Are you going to be difficult? Do I need to put my good on you? Because I'll do it in a heartbeat. You don't know me.
And everyone in the chat too, if you have any questions, always feel free to shoot us up anytime, like especially if you want to join the Discord. A bunch of us hang out there and just chit chat and talk about custom stuff and other geeky stuff. So, I know when I first start hearing about Discord, I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not joining you dang on Discord. No one once got into it. It's like, this is kind of cool. It's like your personal forums. You can tailor to what you want.
Yeah, you're not beholden to like some format. You can make it your own.
Yep.
You know, like Facebook or Instagram, you have to follow their guidelines.
A lot of toy communities and different other communities have start doing Discords, different art stuff. Joined Erwin Papa's Discord recently, the comic artist that comes in their streams a lot and comments on Instagram. He's a very talented artist. Brunson is on there too. He's a very talented artist as well.
Bronson.
It's amazing how much once you hit primer on something, it picks up every flaw you can't see when it's the initial before you think you got it sanded down smooth, then you hit it with primer. It's like, there's a spot, there's a spot, there's a spot.
Did you see the Horsemen are going to have a sale?
No.
It starts. Uh-oh.
I just want them to actually deliver their pre-orders.
It's on the water. It's in a boat, man. The boat only travels so fast.
Are they not taking the Panama Canal? Because it's been a long time. It's been on that boat for a while.
Have you gotten your Not a Pit guy yet?
No.
I'm looking at a picture of it, and he has a vest and pants on.
Oh, that's the deluxe one, but I don't much care for their soft goods.
It does kind of look kind of wonky, don't it?
I did
like one step under my stuff, and that's really talking trash on it, ain't it?
I ordered 2 not pits. Well, actually 3. Ordered 2 gray ones, 1 deluxe, 1 regular, then 1 regular red. And I got all the alternate heads I got enough alternate heads for all 3. I can have one displayed as a deluxe as is, then hopefully one with a lot better soft goods. Buddy, old pal, old friend.
Are you going to send him to me, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sew it to it.
It's always better if I can sew it to it.
I don't want to dress my figure. It's like playing with dolls.
Let's see here. I found it 1/6. Uh-oh, the wife's birthday.
Horseman sale is on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be skipping the sale and saving those funds. Yeah. Mr. Don is on a tight budget this year.
Tight budget. No monies.
He needs to skip it.
I probably won't buy anything out of here, although I might pick up one of those snake guys for a friend of the channel, Harker. And I'm telling you, I've had that thing in hand, and it is really beautiful. They really knocked that out of the park. See, they're having trouble giving away those exclusives, though.
Everybody's like, hey, deliver on your pre-orders from 2 years ago.
They're on the water, man. They're coming.
They've said that for like 6 months now.
Just 2. I don't know. They started in the Cabal, the Facebook group. They were talking about how this guy's got double jointed knees and elbows. Did I miss this? I'm like, well, obviously, because I caught that at Legion's Con.
Well, that was their whole big spiel, was like introducing their 3.0 body. I don't even collect with Legions. I knew that.
Hey, baby, what's up? Oh, your breath stinks. Choo.
Okay,
So
not,
bad.
not your wife.
No, the dog, the corgi. Oh, Ein. I don't know.
I get that reference.
I don't know. It's a beast wave, right? And I don't like humans, and I don't like beasts. The dragon that I'm not gonna get and not put on the dining room table. I can't wait to see how much they want for that thing. See who's right.
Yeah, it's gonna be expensive, I would assume.
Have you put a number on it yet?
Not really, because I don't really
You
want
ain't in it. And you ain't in it.
No.
What did I say? I said $500.
Yeah, I think something like that.
But you have to understand, I stood within inches of it. And everybody's like, oh, you can curl it up and this, that, and one, the other. But motherfucker, that thing is huge. Capital H. It would be twice as big as any other figure in my collection. And I have that Lewin Resources Prime,
Mm-hmm. That's a true 1/12 scale Optimus Prime.
When I tell you that thing is big, it is big. It's beautiful, man.
I don't have it.
Detailed and painted. It looked great. Super good. Makes you want it.
Well, I don't like looking at it.
Don't look at it if you don't want it, because I'm telling you, you fall in love with it.
But it's based on the LMPP10.
I was talking about the dragon.
Oh, the dragon. I was talking about Luon.
Luon, yeah. I wanted a true big Prime to hold some Spider-Man and Iron Man and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would be cool, but whenever I take a picture of my collection, I never take a picture of him.
He's like 3 feet tall.
He is. He's huge. I have him standing on my desk. My desk is his shelf. He is enormous.
He's about ready to wash up and throw some primer on this piece.
The dragon on all fours stands about as tall as he is. It's funny, man. They're all like, "Oh yeah, you just curl his tail up and he'll fit on a normal shelf." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right." Who's gonna ball that thing? Who's gonna spend that money on it and then ball it up?
Exactly.
Squeeze it onto one of their normal shelves. Why don't you just take that money and flush it down the toilet? I really enjoyed the Armory experience. I thought that was cool. Fuck my life. I think my dog just puked.
Could be.
It's weird though, because I'm excited for the dragon, right? Even if I'm not going to get it and not display it on my table downstairs, I'm still excited to see what it is and how it goes and their Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make a mess? Do I need to go clean it up? What'd you do? You don't look guilty. Uh-oh. I think I have to take my dog outside.
Okay.
Where'd you do your dirty, sinful business at? Where's your stuff at?
There we go.
Where'd you find it?
A little more even.
Did you want it? I could have sworn. It was chocolate milk.
The plan is to glue on the inside seam as the edge of for the soft goods cape, and we're going to clip it on, have it lay exactly the way I want to around the shoulders, and still have the soft goods back here. Tressler is Horsemen do need to speed up delivery of their products. It's tough to get new people into the Legions since their newest release is like 1.5 years away. Yeah, I pre-ordered the skeletons on Big Bad Toy Store like February makes 2 years. Still waiting on those things. Now, I want that Grim Reaper. It's one of the things I was wanting. $500, my guess. Sounds like it's going to be a Kickstarter. Probably has some bonuses too, like the tiers, like free figures for effects. Hopefully they can make gold, because it's going to cost a lot to get that thing produced. It's going to be some big molds. They got to sell a lot of units to be able to afford the tooling for that thing. The only thing I've pre-ordered directly from them is the bear, who looks great, which I'll probably see it in 2 years. I like bears, so I had to get that one. I grew up watching Grizzly Adams. When I was younger, I wanted a pet bear. I remember going to a zoo one time. They had a petting area, and it's the only one that got to pet the bear cubs, because everybody treated them like dogs. They're not dogs. They're like, come here, come here. They all ignored them and played with each other. I put my hat down in like the little pen and shook it. That's because they're predators. They seen it and they went running toward it. So then I got to pet the bears. I was like, would they miss one of these? Pet grizzly bear. I think they'll sell a lot of them to non-Legions people. The dragon, yeah, the dragon's just a fantastic looking piece. It's huge. It's a big commitment for price-wise and space-wise. It's one of the reasons I didn't get Giant Man. Giant Man's a great fit looking build HasLab figure, but I didn't want to basically have to like build a new shelving section just to put him in there, redo it. Legion's the main line I collect, so I pre-ordered a decent amount from them, but I would like to get them sooner. Yes, I could understand that sentiment. Bear does look amazing. It does. That is a gorgeous piece. I think we'll go to 2.5 hours and call it a night. Got quite a bit done tonight. So I like to build.
Alright, you can't get up the stairs nowhere near as fast as the cats can. I'm going to have the option of having display it with or without a cape. Get the sculpt really done. This is going to be silver. It'll be gray, silver. Got the red gemstone goes here, and the pips will have a gemstone in each of those. The chest is through here is red, the side's gray. This is red. Gray on here. Man, I can't find that anywhere.
What's that?
Where my dog upchucked.
Maybe he ate it.
Ugh.
Usually what happens, they throw it up and they eat it back.
can't find it. I don't know where it's at.
She was in the hallway there, so I don't see it.
She did a really good job cleaning it up.
Oh, gross.
They tend to do. Oh, well, I've got to where when mine throw up, I give it 5 minutes and then it's usually gone. Then I just wipe it, get some carpet cleaner and wipe it down, or whatever they puked on cleaner.
Yeah, I can't find it at all. I can't even find a wet spot. Nothing. It just ceased to exist. Whack. Don't. This is just tea. Just plain old tea. Well, it's my wife's tea, so it's anybody's guess.
Long Island.
Not made by a true Southerner. She's a Yankee. Oh, that's good. It's all right. I like it.
Do you recommend have a recommended method of removing paint from hard plastic? My go-to for the longest time was
Windsor Newton.
this stuff, but they changed the formula. Right now it just says brush cleaner. They don't say restorer. They changed the formula where it don't
Work as well.
strip paint very well. It's fine for cleaning brushes, but don't strip paint like it did. But it's still harsh on plastic. You need to wipe it down quick. One of the other methods you can actually do too is use clear nail polish and a Q-tip. Clear nail polish has acetone in it. It's a low-level acetone, but also works nail polish. It's a thick gel-like. It stays wherever you're putting it at. So you can just brush it on where you need to remove the paint, and it's not going to run off or go in the seams. So then you take your Q-tip and just wipe it off. Does your Winsor Newton say restorer on it, or does it just say brush cleaner?
Mine says brush cleaner and restorer.
You got the good stuff. From my understanding, the newer bottles don't say restorer.
Although I've had that bottle for almost a year now.
He said no, his is the new stuff. Doesn't look like the bottle you have. Yeah, unfortunately, they made it. They improved the formula, and I'm putting quotes, to make it less harsh. So now it doesn't work as a paint stripper. So I'm actually putting notes in all my tutorial videos to tell how people use that stuff. They changed the formula.
They were probably cleaning cheap brushes in it, and it was, well, killing them brushes left and right.
That's all I buy is cheap brushes. So I did find one, not mine.
Cheap brushes. I think all of my fine tipped ones are expensive, but the other ones, everything else is cheap.
Yeah, definitely. That's the big issue with using acetone. It's hard on, risky on hard plastics. You can melt it. You got to be very careful with that. That's why I like using the clear nail polish. It's got a low level of acetone in it. Like I said, it doesn't run, so you can put it where you want it to be and just wipe it off with. Have the bottle handy. Usually get a bottle of clear nail polish somewhere for that, but I don't see it.
I don't know. Could Superman's heat vision cut through Wolverine's bones?
If not, it would cook Wolverine.
get cooked.
Time you superheat the bones, it's like searing the flesh off of.
You remember back when he
You can melt. The thing is, adamantium will melt. And I would assume Superman's heat vision would get hot enough to melt adamantium.
I wonder what those numbers are.
I
mean, it's not a fair fight. They're not on the same power level.
Oh, no. It's ridiculously Superman is way, 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 way beyond Wolverine. But I would assume Superman's been able to vaporize Doomsday clones with his heat vision. Now, mind you, they weren't as powerful as the full power Doomsday, but he is vaporized like a battalion of them that Darkseid sent to Themyscira.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
So I would assume that's hotter than that would take more heat than take to melt Wolverine's claws. Okay, I think we're going to need a little bit of epoxy here. It's good enough to wash up and hit it with a little bit of primer and just see where I'm at. Just sand it.
Why does it got to be pink?
Alrighty, we're at the 2.5 hour mark. Everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out, hanging out with us tonight. It's always a pleasure.
Cool.
Always glad to answer any questions asked. If you just think, fellas.
Yeah, you can always send us a private message. We're open.
Yes, sir.
Let us know.
Instagram, Discord, wherever.
Whatever you like.
And I got the toy chat tomorrow night. Don't know what too much to talk about. They got the new G.I. Joe leaks. We got some retro card leaks come out where we're getting a Flint, new blonde cover girl, a bat, and some kind of viper. Televiper, I think. Anyway, we'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one.
G.I. Joe, I don't know.
What? G.I. Joe? Who? Have a good one.